Toastmasters, welcome guests. I just did it. I have good news. This July, I completed the Prince George Triathlon. I did the short triathlon, the sprint, which is 750 meters of swimming, followed by a 20-kilometer bicycle race, followed by a 5-kilometer run. Actually, the really good news is that I entered the triathlon. I trained for the triathlon. I showed up on the day, and then I completed it. Me! I used to think that sweat was your body's way of crying out for mercy. I also have some bad news. I was awful at it. I was last. I was slow. I panicked in the water. I nearly forgot how to swim, and I was nearly very rude to some rather nice race volunteers. And the even worse news is that whenever I try and complain to somebody about how awful I was at this triathlon, they're just so awestruck that I completed one in the first place, that in turn I feel awful about having my own little pity party going on. I should explain, if you don't already know, that a triathlon is a sport that involves 3 different sports. There's the swimming, the bicycling, and the running. Note it's done in the order of most likely to kill you to least likely to kill you as you get more exhausted. And there's different distances, from the shorter sprint triathlon all the way up to the totally insane Ironman. I was inspired to do this by this great book that I got. It's called The Slow Fat Triathlete. Yes, that does say The Slow Fat Triathlete. Live your athletic dreams in the body you have now. And in it, she makes the case that triathlons aren't just for the skinny, the fast, the young, the zero body fat elite athletes. They're not just for the people who naturally and confidently wear spandex in public. They're for all of us. All of us can go for that challenge of completing a triathlon. And so I did it. I just wasn't expecting to be the token slow fat triathlete. Where it all went wrong for me is in the swim portion of the triathlon, that first part. It's held out at West Lake here in Prince George, which is a cold lake. It's a dark lake. There's the occasional weed that you can see reaching up towards you. There aren't any lines painted on the bottom for you to follow and know which way you're going. This is awkward, especially for me, because I still have to work at remembering how to breathe and swim at the same time. But I've been out there, I practiced. I thought I was somewhat prepared. Still nervous, but somewhat prepared. There was another contestant who was telling some of us at the beginning about this year when she was so nervous, she just kept on mentally singing songs to herself to calm herself down. And the only song she could actually remember the words to was the alphabet song. So we go and we start, and we get in the water. And I'm prepared. I'm prepared for the cold. I've got my wetsuit. I'm prepared for the dark. I'm even prepared for the mass of peoples trying to swim over me. But what I wasn't prepared for was the waves. It was a blustery day. There's all these waves crashing over me. I need to concentrate to swim. This isn't working out well. So stroke, stroke, breathe. Ah! Wave! Where's everybody? Wave! Calm down. A, B, C. What's the letter after C? Fortunately, they have volunteers in kayaks out there to help prevent losing any contestants. And apparently these people were also a bit panicked because the waves were nearly swamping their kayaks. So here I am, bringing up the end. There's a volunteer next to me in her kayak saying, "Way to go, Sarah! You're doing great! Way to go! Doing great!" Well, I nearly crawled up on the kayak and waffled to her. I'm not doing great! There's nobody behind me! The other people are way out there in front! I'm doggy paddling because I have forgotten how to swim! And it's another wave! Eventually, ended, I was able to get out of the water. The crowd applauded. I avoided growling at them. I didn't really think they meant to applaud sarcastically. I was so incredibly embarrassed. There I was, the last person out of the water, the last bicycle off the bicycle rack. I'm peeling off a skin-tight wetsuit without anybody to hide behind. And that little voice in my head is going directly from, you're losing to everybody else, to, you're such a loser. Dark voice in my head. So it went on, did the bicycling, did the running, more encouraging volunteers saying, way to go. Now, there's a fine line between being encouraging and flat out lying through your teeth. But at least there weren't any waves at that part. And finally, it's over. I've crossed the finish line, and I should be really pleased with myself. I should be, but I'm not. I mean, come on. Look at all the skinny, fast, young, spandex-wearing, elite athletes that participated. These are not my people. This is not my tribe that I'm comparing myself to. Darn it all, I won just by entering in the first place. But still, I panicked. I was slow, I was last, and I was left not happy with myself. Two things that reassure me. Number one, my 7-year-old daughter, my then 7-year-old daughter, and I did the Prince George Kids Triathlon the following weekend. She wanted to do it just like Mommy. She had me do it with her. I'm faster than her. Still, for the time being. And number two, next year. Apparently, to be happy, I need to beat someone. I can practice more, I can improve, I can encourage slower people to participate. So,